And coming to you live once again, it's your boy Wex breaking the Lawson for another AEW Dynamite review. But before we get into that, I'm going to let you know, as a surprise, sort of a botch but not really, but as a surprise, brand new episode of Kayfabe Comparisons tonight. As soon as you watch this, before you watch this, you can go listen to it because it's uploaded now. Me and your boy Daniel Schaefer, Mr. Know-It-All himself, called an audible, and we did a little watch along with Royal Rumble 1996 in honor of. I'm wearing this nice little hat here, and we got your boy, even though this is more like 97, more pilled up HBK, I still put it right there for your viewing pleasure. And without further ado, here is your review. The first matchup of the night was a goddamn slobber knocker, Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer, and goddamn, like the first couple minutes of the match, like 3 to 4 minutes, dude, Lance Archer's chest was turning to chopped meat. Eddie Kingston just chopped the fucking shit out of him, but then once Lance Archer got control, he beat the ever-living fuck out of Eddie Kingston. At one point, he chokeslammed him outside of the ring onto the apron, just looked fucking brutal. He ate shit. I know it probably didn't hurt as bad as it looked, but goddamn, he sold like a motherfucker. That's why I fucking love Eddie Kingston. He's great. He sells better than like anybody that I've seen recently on TV. Goddamn, he's fucking sick. Jake the Snake got beat up by the Butcher and the Blade up on the ramp, which gave a distraction just enough for the Bunny to go slip what Excalibur called the Knuckle Duster for Eddie Kingston to hit that spinning back fist and the 1, 2, 3 on Lance Archer, and then Jake the Snake right on his back, just like he was at the end of the segment, literally just like that. I didn't mean to set that up like that, but goddamn it worked. Up next, we got a fiery little promo from John Moxley backstage, kind of talking about gang warfare and this and that, and how he's a real man, and he loves cold beer, and he likes his sex in the morning, and then ironically, right after that, I get a fucking Billy Graham commercial with Billy Graham's son, who is fucking old as shit too. He's in like his 70s, and he's like, "Are you feeling an emptiness in your life? Are those drugs, sex, and alcohol not fulfilling anything? Say this prayer with me." And I was like, what the fuck? Like, are they watching this? Are they setting this up? What's going on? I don't know. It was ironic, and I liked it, but I don't know. I gave the Billy Graham statue downtown a suck it at the old Lifeway building back in the day. If you saw one of those FU Crew videos, you know what I'm talking about. And speaking of skateboarding, Darby Allin Sting cut a promo in like a little warehouse with some fucking windows, and they kept talking about, we're hoodlums, but we're not hoodlums, but we are hoodlums, and they broke the window, and they're ready for the fucking street fight at Revolution, which I don't really know what's gonna go on. Sting looked like he was out of breath just smashing those windows, so let's see what happens. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do very much. A couple bat strikes, maybe a Scorpion Deathlock. I don't know, it's a street fight though. We can't really do many Scorpion Deathlocks in a street fight. You gonna street fight me? Hadouken! That's a shoot. Yeah, but they're definitely gonna whoop some ass, or at least Darby will. And alright, next match of the night, we got the Varsity Blondes teaming up against MJF and Chris Jericho of the Inner Circle. And pre-match, we already had a little tension between Sammy Guevara and MJF, which is going to kind of spill on to the end of the match, too. Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. really get their shit in, and Griff Garrison really had control for the first part of the match. MJF tried to embarrass him, and he really just fired off and did all kinds of good shit. Of course, Y2J and MJF take control during the restaurant quality picture-in-picture commercial break that JR likes to spout off all the time. Once we got back from the commercial break, Pillman got the hot tag in and just started going wild. Hit this little running drop kick thing to the outside, boom, he's going crazy. He runs to the top rope and he leaps. Jericho catches him with the Judas effect, or should it be like that? Because it's a spinning, but yeah, Judas effect. And then for extra measure, I guess I don't know why, but he went and did the lion salt, a little old school flavor for the 1, 2, 3 on Brian Pillman. Maybe just wanted kind of a little throwback for his dad, you know, back there, buddies, I don't know, Calgary, Canada bullshit, I don't know, Winnipeg, I think that's, I don't know. But after the match, like I said, MJF and Sammy Guevara were still jawing at each other. I smell a match coming at Revolution between them two. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. Alright, next we got one of those classic Pac style promos where he's all crazy and multiple ones of him is appearing, and it had like a little VHS and the TV type beat like thing, and he's just like, "You motherfuckers, I'm Pike, and I'm he said, you hurt us, so we're gonna hurt you, and I do the terrible British accent, I'm from Ducat." Yeah, I can't fucking say it, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's gonna be a great match when we get to see it. Mox, Phoenix, and Pac, whatever the fuck you want to call him, going up against the Super Elite, Justin Omega and the Good Brothers. Alright, next we get Shaq cutting a little promo from earlier when they had the AEW Awards, saying Cody looks like a little girl with his little blonde hair, and if he's ready for the Shaq attack, he'll meet him March 7th. And then Cody comes out with Tony Schiavone, and Arn Anderson cuts a really heartfelt promo about Cody and his dad, and talking about him rushing to the hospital from wrestling Tully Blanchard to go see his son be born. You know, Cody started tearing up. It got a little real for a second, you know? I didn't quite think of Cody as the egotistical asshole that I normally think of in this moment. They're basically trying to set up the match. It was going to be Brandi and Cody versus Shaq and Jade Cargill, but obviously Brandi's pregnant. They can't do it. So Red Velvet comes out. She's all fiery. She's pissed. She wants to basically be the tag team partner. She's tired of them disrespecting Brandi, them hitting Cody, and she can't do anything, or he can't do anything. But she's fired up, she's ready, and I guess the ball is in Shaq's court, as they said. I guess they wanted the basketball pun, but I think Shaq's gonna slam dunk all over him. Up next, we got the Hangman himself, Adam Page, going up against Dolph Ziggler's brother, Ryan Nemeth, the Hollywood hunk, who kind of had the Dolph Ziggler old school style going with the pink trunks, and he did a lot of similar moves of Ziggler. But this is a pretty good matchup, I thought. Pretty solid. I haven't really seen Ziggler's brother wrestle before, but apparently has 10 years of experience. But Hangman was really beating the dog shit out of him most of the match. He did the little handstand hammerlock spot, I guess very reminiscent of Dolph Ziggler's headlock handstand spot, and he did a little gyration, though very reminiscent of the Rude Awakening, more so than his brother Dolph Ziggler, but it was a pretty solid fucking match. Of course, that buckshot lariat got the 1, 2, 3 for Hangman Adam Page, but that wasn't the real story here. The real story was kind of mid to post match when Big Money Matt Hardy came out to do a little scouting. I don't know quite first who he was scouting, but it was very apparent that it was Hangman Adam Page, and he basically tried to put Hangman over and was like, you know, the Elite, they screwed you over, and I know you're lonely, and you have a space in my locker room if you ever want to come, but obviously I think there's some nefarious acts going on here. He's obviously got some bullshit up his sleeve, because it's Matt Hardy. He's trying to lure him in, but hopefully Hangman Adam Page is a little bit smarter than that. He didn't join the Dark Order, so he's probably not going to join with Matt Hardy, but if the money's right, they say money talks, Shane, ain't that right?
They do. I've heard it. Watched the movie with Martin Lawrence.
Yep, and Shane's a money guy. Next up, we got a really fucking cool match that I was looking forward to. Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy taking on Dax Harwood. They kept calling him Dax the Axe. I guess it was a self-appointed nickname, which we all know about people that give themselves their own nickname. Can't do it. It's fucking stupid. Don't do it. Alright, this match had a classic stipulation where Tully Blanchard and Cash Wheeler were handcuffed to Luchasaurus. They couldn't interfere in this match, which was great because, dude, this match was on point. Like, it was a classic strength of Harwood versus the speed of Jungle Boy, and they worked it out perfectly, but goddamn, no slouch to Jungle Boy when it came to his strikes, too. He was laying some fucking tough ones in there. There was some great reversals, some great counters in this match. Just like an overall, they matched up very well together. They had great chemistry, and Jungle Boy won with his submission, the snare trap, which very surprising to me, but I popped for it. It was great. I really liked the finish of this match, but of course, post-match, the babyfaces get the beat down. They fucking ended up handcuffing Luchasaurus, beating the fuck out of him. Marco Stunt tries to come help, but he's all hurt. He can't do anything. Of course, you know, the heels gotta heel it up, gotta beat down on the baby faces, but that's wrestling for you, and then they executed it perfect.
Jeez, this is a kid's show.
Oh, shit.
My God. Sorry.
They did cut off Luchasaurus' horns, and I have in my notes, cut off his horns, but I'm horny. I don't know why I wrote that. I might have been a typo, but I'm just wanted to tell you. Alright, up next we got your only women's match of the night, which that's fine with me. It's okay. It's okay Hikaru Shida was on the show, but it's gonna deduct a little bit on there. She didn't really have to have a match, you know, I just miss Hikaru Shida, the champion, being on the show, and that'll be the second week in a row. But we got Britt Baker taking on Shayna, returning to AEW Dynamite. She's been on Dark for a little bit. She's moved back to the US. She was stuck in France or Belgium or fucking somewhere over there for a while because of the pandemic and the travel restrictions, which are basically back on again. So I'm glad, and I bet she's glad that she got back in the States. And this was a pretty fun matchup. Pretty solid back and forth. Nothing really too exciting. I did, and I always do dig Shauna's Goku gear. She's got the orange blue with the thing. It's classic. If you like Dragon Ball Z, I love Dragon Ball Z. I like the Goku gear. Shout out for the Goku gear. We love it. The lockjaw is applied, pink glove and all. She taps out. Britt Baker gets the victory, but before she can even really celebrate, Thunder Rosa makes a fucking beeline for the ring. She's ready to whoop her ass. She's ready for Beach Break next week. She's gonna fucking get. And for your main event of the evening, this is a match that I was really torn because goddamn, I love both of them. We got the Super Elite, the Bullet Club, the Biz Cliz, whatever you want to call them, the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, and the Impact World Tag Team Champions going up against the motherfucking Dark Order. I always keep it on me. Before the match could start, backstage we see the boys getting ready, and Don Callis comes up, and there's a little tension, and Kenny Omega wants to talk to the Bucks. He's selling that eye that's even more taped up that I was basically calling fake the Bucks are saying didn't happen, so I knew some bullshit was going on with Don Callis. I can smell that snake in the grass a mile away. But I did like the entrance to the ring. Big LG Doc Gallows did the belt pecker thing that I used to do when I was in Thrashaholics and we do the live shows. Like, you know, when you come out with the belt, instead of wearing it, you like this, you know, flapping the belt up and down. I used to love to do that shit. It's funny. It's a classic thing. I love that shit. At the beginning of the match, we actually get a shout out to Speedball Mike Bailey, an awesome fucking Canadian wrestler who's been banned in the US for 5 years over some like passport bullshit, referencing a move that Evil Uno did in the beginning of the match, but he should be back in America soon, and I can't wait because that dude is fucking awesome. Anyways, I really didn't know who to root for in this match because I love both teams, you know? Like, it's really hard to pick and choose at this point. It's, you know, like I wanted to go like, both these guys. Both these guys, you know, like do it the wrestling shows, they're just both sick. Both these guys, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's really how I was feeling in this match, and I really love the dynamic between John Silver and Luke Gallows, big ball guy versus small ball guy. It really worked out, and they didn't really make John Silver look like a bitch or anything, and he got to hit his like sick ass combo where he went around uppercutting. I did like, I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm like uppercuts and knees and kicks and fucking all the good shit, and then you got a really sick sequence where all four, the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks, all hit a quadruple super kick. I really got a bone for that one, straight up. I thought it was really cool, and I agreed with Tony Schiavone that the Dark Order has pretty much become the home team for AEW at this point, and the Young Bucks are kind of conflicted, because it's like, are they good? Are they bad? Are they biz-cliz? Are they in on the bullshit? We don't know what's going on, but I'm loving the storyline. It's so deep, so many layers, so much shit going on with this, the whole Don Callis thing, but before you know it, of course, your boys, the Young Bucks, hit the Meltzer driver, 1, 2, 3, get that victory, but post-match, as they're celebrating, as they're talking about that, the Young Bucks are talking about how they got entered in to the AEW Tag Team Championship Battle Royale, and if they win the match, they get to choose their opponents at AEW Revolution. They basically more or less said they're going to choose the Good Brothers that they win, which I didn't know the Good Brothers were in the match, but I guess that pretty much confirms it right there. And they all went up for the Too Sweet. But then Pac and John Moxley came out for the beatdown because they're fucking pissed about the match next week. All the bullshit they did to Penta last week. They're fucking pissed. They're ready for a goddamn slaughter.
Jesus!
It should be really fun. I'm excited. This week's AEW Dynamite episode is gonna get 5 out of 6 beers in a goddamn 6-pack, and the only reason it didn't get 6 beers is no Hikaru. Besides that, it was fucking great. Great storyline, progression, good matches. We got all types of matches. We got high-flying matches, fucking slobber knocker matches, a woman's match, some tag team. We got it all. Fucking variety. That's what I love about AEW. 5 out of 6 beers. Let's watch some wrestling, goddamn.